Hello everyone, this is Charmaine Cruz. Let's study together. My reference in this lesson is Nakify.org website. This is it. You can also check in the description below of this video for the link of the Nakify.org website. In our first lesson, we will study about the input function, the print function, and numbers. In our program, here in the example program, it shows us how to read and write the code in Python. We will simulate this code. We'll simulate the code line by line. So first, it says here print. Print is the output function in Python. So whatever inside here in the open and close parentheses, it will print it out. So it says here 5 plus 10. So it will print the output 15. The second line, print 3 star 7. The star means multiplication in Python. So it says here 3 times 7. And then the minus sign, the same. 17 minus 2 is 15 times 8. So you will see the output as 21 and 120. This is the first output, 3 times 7. And this is the second output, 17 minus 2 times 8 is 120. You can also use the comma to separate list of arguments in Python. Next, the third line, print 2 and then the stars, the double star. The 2 stars here, it means exponentiation in Python. So it's the same as 2 to the power of 16. These are 2 stars, 2 and then the 2 stars, 16. It's the same as 2 to the power of 16. So I will click the forward. It will print 65,536. Next, we'll go in the fourth line, the slash, or what you call the single forward slash. So the single forward slash is a division in Python. So when you say 37 forward slash 3, it means 37 divided by 3. I'll click the forward. So the answer is, or the output is 12.3. Next, print 37 double forward slash 3. So the double forward slash, it means an integer division. So when you say integer, it's a whole number. So it means 37 divided by 3, but the output is a whole number. So double forward slash is an integer division in Python. So it means it returns only the quotient of the division. There's no decimal point. So I'll click the forward. See, the output is 12. Or it only prints 12. There's no decimal point. Unlike in the first print out, this one, it has a decimal point, 12.3. Next, this one, the percent. The percent sign is a modulus operator in Python. So when you say, for example, 37% 3, it gives the remainder of the left value divided by the right value. I also use the online calculator to check. You can also use the online calculator. So this one, 37 percent 3. This one, I'll show you. This is the online calculator. This one, 37 and then 3. Calculate. This is for the modulus division. So the answer is 1. All right. So I will click the forward again. So in here, it prints 1. So it's the same. Now we will learn how to input data in the Python program. So in this program, we're going to use the input function. So this function, it means to read a single line of text as a string. So in here, we will go first to the first line. I will click the run. I will click the forward, this one. So our first output is what is your name. So this is it, because here we use the print. As we learned in the previous program, print is used to output data in the Python program. So this is it. It prints what is your name. This is the output. Next, in the next line, we use the input function. So the input function, it reads a single line and store it in the variable. So our variable name is name also here. So whatever we will input here, it will be stored in the name variable. For example, my input is Charmaine. So Charmaine is stored in the name variable. Alright, so here's the third line output, hi Charmaine. So first, it prints the hi and then the name variable. So what is stored inside the name variable? It's a Charmaine. That's why the output is hi Charmaine. Next, in this program, it shows the sum of numbers and the sum of strings. So we will see the difference, how it computes the sum of numbers and how to compute how it works with the sum of strings. We will simulate this code. We'll go first in the first line. So in here, in this code, we have here the three variable names, the A, the B, and S. So we use again here the input function. It means we can input anything, and then it will be stored here in the A variable. So for example, my first input is 5. So it means that the variable A has a value of 5. Next, the B variable. And again, we use the input, so it allows us to input the value, and then it will be stored in the B variable. For example, my second input is 7. So it means that 7 will be stored in the B variable. Next, the third line. So I have here in the third line, A plus B. And then what the value of A plus B, it will be stored in the variable S. So after running the example, we can see that it prints 57. So as we were taught in school, 5 plus 7, it should give us the output of 12, right? So the program is wrong, no. So we have to check why. So the thing is, in the third line, we have here the S is equal to A plus B. So the Python has some two strings actually. Or it means it concatenates. It concatenates the two strings. The first string is 5 and the second string is 7. Next, always remember that the values in Python are called objects. So it means that every object has a certain type. And now we will simulate the next example program. So in here we have the first variable, the second variable name, and 5 is stored in the first variable name, 7 is stored in the second variable name. Alright, so we'll go now for in the first line. We'll click the run, and then so in here 5 is stored in the first variable. I will click the forward, and now it goes to the second line. So 7 is stored in the second. Next, this one, first times second. So we will see the output. it shows here 35. This one, the hashtag is the comment. So it will not print these things. It only explain the things. So it says here, you can use single or double quotes to define a string. So for example, if you want 5 to be of, for example, if you want 5 to be of a string type, just enclose it in a single quote. Or you can also use the double quote. It means that the value 7 is a string type. So it means here in this example, the 5 and the 7 are of string type. The str type, this one, the str type. Alright, so in here, in line 1, 2, 3, I mean in the first line, here the 5 is an integer type. Same thing in the second line, 7 is an integer type. That's why in the third line, 5 times 7, it will print 35. And now we'll proceed in the next example. We will again simulate this program line by line. Next, I will put here the line 1 and then I will click the run. So as you notice, we have here the int type, this one. So that whatever is whatever we'll put in the input, it will be converted into an int type. So I will click the forward. I already clicked the run, and then I will click the forward. Next, for example, I will input 5. So 5 will be stored in the a variable as an int type. Why? Because here we already put the int type before the input. It means that whatever is I will put in the input here, it will be converted into an int type. Next, I will click the forward. So here in the second line, it has int input. So whatever I will input here, it will be stored in the b variable. So here, for example, I input number 7. So 7 will be stored in the b variable as an int type. Next, here, a plus b. So 5 plus 7 is 12. So in here, the a has a value of 5 and the b has a value of 7. Both are what? Both are of int type. So now it will really add, unlike in the previous example, right? So here, 5 plus 7 is 12. So the output should be 12.